We are painters, Jackson. We don't have any money. We don't get by. We struggle. But you are a great artist. I believe in Jackson Pollock.
That is Marcia Gay Harden. She won an Academy Award for her role as artist Lee Krasner in the 2000 movie Pollock. But nowadays, you can catch her on the CBS drama Code Black. She plays Dr. Leanne Rorish, who leads a team in a busy ER. Here's a preview of tonight's episode.
Anybody idea yet?
No.
Decreased breath sounds on his left side.
Fast shows fluid on his left lung.
Let's get it ready for a chest tube.
Guys, this is Congressman Reeves.
Well, it doesn't change the fact that he also has a dislocated right shoulder. Let's put it back in.
They were in the same car. His daughter, maybe?
Reeves doesn't have a daughter. I hope they could flavor the month.
Dr. Vila, we do not speculate on the private lives of our patients.
So in addition to an Academy Award, a Tony nomination, Emmy, she's also an author. This is the new book titled The Seasons of My Mother, a Memoir of Love, Family, and Flowers, a look into her mother's battle with Alzheimer's disease. The book is published by Atria. That's an imprint of Simon & Schuster, which is a division of CBS. And Marcia Gay Harden is here with us.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, it's nice to be here.
Oh, it's so great to finally meet you. Like I told you before, I've been such a fan of yours going back to Miller's Crossing and to Pollock, obviously,
Thank you.
and all the work that you've done. But let's talk first about this book, The Seasons of My Mother. You've lived all over the world. You were a military brat, as you've said. Why did you choose to write this book about your mom?
Well, my mother has Alzheimer's, and I didn't want her legacy to be Alzheimer's. She is an amazing woman. She does ikebana flower arranging. She is well-traveled and educated. And I got angry watching at her memory dissipate, and I thought, I don't want this to be what we remember about her. So I wrote the book. It sort of took me by surprise, actually, writing the book.
Really?
I had expected to write a book about flowers and a calendar book with my mother, and then this memoir is what came out. And I'm praying that it makes a difference in the Alzheimer's world and is a bit of comfort to caregivers as well.
I know that you talk about ikebana, which is the Japanese art of flower arranging, and the book is structured around these flowers that you're also arranging, I guess, for the seasons of your mom.
They sort of become a metaphor in a way, because for my mother they were an outlet for her spirit, and they were her artistry. And there's one passage where I talk about how they are sort of reaching toward the heavens, and then they droop at the end of the week and die. Old ladies making way for the young ingenues. They were something that she loved. I cannot talk about my mom without talking about ikebana. And so they were a wonderful way to weave my way through the seasons for her.
What was it like the first time your mother forgot who you were? Because my stepdad's dad had Alzheimer's, and I remember one Thanksgiving when my dad gave him his coat, helped him with his coat, and he said to my stepfather's mom, he goes, "Oh, who was that nice young man who helped me with that?" You know, and we were all just sort of like, "Oh."
That's exactly what it is. It's, you expect it, you know it's coming, and then it comes. So you're not shattered the moment that it comes. It's just disappointing because you are there. She said, "And who are you?" And I said, "It's okay if you don't remember me, Mom. I'll always remember you." And that is what it is. We will always remember her and who she is and the essence of her, which, by the way, glorious tribute to my mother, the essence of her hasn't changed. She has the same character, her same personality, and that's something I just absolutely love about her. She has her dignity. And this disease, as you know very well, there's no dignity in the disease. So I think, Mom, what an amazing woman you are. You've managed to maintain your dignity.
Growing up, were you close to your mom? Because a lot of people, say, look, I love my mom, I love my dad, but, growing up, it's been a little touch and go.
No. I was always really close to her. I think because we were a military family, so we traveled all over the world. So we were our own neighborhood. My dad would go off to sea for 6 months at a time, and we were 5 kids, and we were just our own neighborhood, and our mother was our leader. She was the leader of our pack. So I was always close to her, but then really got close to her as I went off, became an actress, because she loved traveling. We loved traveling together.
So great.
Yeah, she's my best friend.
She's your best friend.
Yeah.
I think people should need to hear that, because we sometimes forget, because of the difficulties that we have with our parents growing up, that they are, as my mom used to always say, if you get thrown in jail, if anything bad happens to you, all these other people that say that you're friends and say that you're, family, your only family is the ones that have cared for you from the moment you popped out of the out of the womb.
And she truly had that. My mother had the ability to have unconditional love. I don't know that my dad did. I mean, he loved us crazy, but there were conditions on it. You had to behave a certain way to have his kindness. With my mother, she loved you no matter what, and there was just this ability to be completely accepting and tolerant. And I think those are the gifts that I wanted to keep from her.
Let's talk about Code Black. What I find fascinating about your career, Marcia, is that you've obviously won an Academy Award, but you've always done TV. Even when you were just coming out of the University of Texas, you probably started out in television, right? And so now it's kind of a thing that every actor does. They say, "Oh, I'm doing TV," because we're living in the golden age of television. Right. But you've always been a TV. You've always done TV, the stage, and film. This is such an interesting role because you play Daddy.
Yeah.
And Louis Guzman plays Mama.
That's right. What a wonderful gender switch, right?
Right.
So Leanne Rorish is Daddy, and I think it's because she has a kind of a tough love. She takes no prisoners, and she tells it like it is. And Louis Guzman, the legendary Louis,
yes.
There's nobody like him.
No, he's amazing.
He's amazing. And he plays Mama. He's the head nurse, and so his love is a little more philosophical. It's a little more comforting. It's a little warmer. This particular season, Leanne is learning to be a little bit warmer because she's trying to adopt Ariel, which I think she's trying to be a little bit warmer, but truthfully, when you adopt a teenager, or trying to raise a teenager, that's like your own private ER. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
So she's juggling both ERs, and she's just learning, the theme is motherhood.
Yes.
Again.
You also work with Rob Lowe. He looks the same as he did in St. Elmo's Fire. What's the deal?
Yeah, he does. And Boris Kodojo.
Yeah, Boris Kodojo, also another guy who's probably 80. And
they're like a genetic fantasy, and you're like, this is really a tough day on set.
Are you having fun?
I do have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, life is too short not to.
Indeed.
And I love my job. I love the people I work with. I have a great time.
Well, we are excited for season 3. I'm so excited to finally meet you. As I said, I've been such a huge fan, and when I heard you were coming on, I was sort of having a fanboy moment. Oh, thank you very much. So great to see you. Thank you, Marcia Gay Harden. Thank you so much for joining us. And as a reminder to our viewers, the Seasons of My Mother is now available wherever you buy books, and of course, you can watch her on Code Black. It airs tonight and every Wednesday at 10, 9 Central, only on CBS.